that fairly close to you. Oh, I'm going to talk to you guys about IR lights. I'm willing to bet money in the years to come we're going to see all kinds of problems with people from IR lights. I think we're going to see some really bad cataract damage. It's going to destroy retinas. I had them downstairs with me, and I'll show you guys before you go. I use whenever I'm actually hunting, and I use a lot of ultraviolet too, but I use really high intensity IR, and I use the IR strobes, and I pulse at a pretty high rate. But I wear special glasses now that block everything in the ultraviolet end in the IR spectrum, because even though you can't see it, you know, that stuff is still hitting your eye.
Yep.
And I know everybody seems to think it's safe, but I'm just telling you, I think we're going to see some type of, you know, maybe a ghost hunter's blindness coming up in the years to come after we got 10, 20 years of people doing this.
Little green up down that hall or something?
What's that?
Is that what you want to do, line, or put our little green things up?
Yeah, I was going to say we could do that too. I don't know where everybody went with their little green things.
I got mine.
Let's try an EVP session real quick here, and then we'll go on and try that.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then, are you guys familiar with first session where you do a few minutes and then play it back?
Yep.
Okay. So let's. I'm gonna tell you what. Here's what I want everybody to do. Let's do something different, because I like to do different things because it's just no fun. I want everybody to think of the word tuna. Okay. I don't want anybody to talk. I'll go like 1, 2, 3, and then everybody be quiet. Think of the word tuna over and over again, and then we'll go for like a minute, and let's see if we can get an EVP that says tuna. Okay? That's not a normal, that's not a get out or... Okay, so everybody ready?
Yep.
Everybody got that one? What are we thinking?
Tuna.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's stop there. That gives them enough time. And if you notice I mix metaphors, I'm having a real hard time. If you ask me personally, do I believe in spirits? I don't. I truly, from my personal standpoint, and I don't mean, I have the utmost respect for everybody's view, but from mine, I just can't get there.
What do you
So-
think it is? You gotta think it's something.
I think it's us. I truly do. That's my point of view, and I respect everybody's, but,
Right, but if you're not
See.
thinking of doing something and it happens, how could it be us? How
well,
could we have made that happen?
yeah, it's a little different. Let me ask you this. Which is more dominant, your conscious mind or your subconscious?
Your subconscious.
Yeah, absolutely. Subconscious mind is in control.
Right, but some things are so bizarre.
I don't know.
It's bizarre.
Everything is. I mean, but like I say, that's my thought process. From what I've seen and all the things I've seen repetitively, I keep coming back to the same thing. So,
Look, a full apparition. Oh, excuse me.
no. I have seen a full apparition. I saw one in Waverly.
Right, that's where I seen mine.
Didn't look like him though. No.
Thighs!
Okay. So we play our EVPs back?
You want me to try mine?
Yeah, let's play yours back.
But that's an example of trying to use trigger music, but I do it in a different
wait.
spectrum. So, though you, let's say you could hear EMF, and I'm going to
I
tell
don't
you
know if I can
honestly, I
fast
have no
forward that or
idea
not.
if the spirits hear EMF or
Yeah,
not.
it's a ghost hunting in the dark.
Spirits. So, this point, what I've done is I've created it as a magnet. You actually is vibrate creating it as a magnet instead of now being a rules here. For instance, first we're going to get it off the page. Vibrations. Okay. Think of the word tuna over and over again. We'll wait for like a minute and let's see what we can get. Here it is. 1, 2.
hear something in there, but it sounds like something's grated in there or something. It's not. I don't hear any. Unfortunately, we got holes in that too. It's one of the things that's so difficult when you, like I say, when I try to go somewhere, it's usually myself and one or two people at the max. It's just difficult to do. Okay. Let's let him listen. Are you listening to yours? Or you?
Oh, I heard that.
Okay.
Think of the word tuna over and over again, and then we'll go for like a minute, and let's see if we can get EVP that says tuna. Okay. It's not normal. It's not a get out. Is everybody ready? We got that one? What are we thinking? All right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I do really, from my personal standpoint, and I don't mean I have the utmost respect for everybody's views, but from mine, I just can't get there. So I truly do. That's my point of view, and I respect everybody's. But
I'm just hearing like the white noise.
What's that?
I'm not hearing anything on
There's
it,
a
like the
constant
white
pattern
noise.
in the background, kind
It
of.
sounds like this. I didn't really hear anything.
Didn't hear everything. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, it might have been a little closer when you want to make sure that it's not bleeding on the recorder directly when you're doing this kind of thing. So
I gotcha.
it's hard to do, like I say, in this type of situation. Then let's try the sensors, guys. How many people brought their sensors back?
I got mine.
How many people have them on sale on eBay already?
Bill Chappell's e-sensors for sale.
What we want to do is probably, I don't know how we remember who's who, that's the only problem, but what I like to do is set them up where we line them up, like, kind of like where everybody's standing, just set it down next to you. And what I want to do is like walk away. Try to get everybody out of the, nobody's triggering thing. Now you can't see. Yes, just fall into that. There you go.
Come on. Geez, I'm all over it. But, you know, don't do that. Well, I have a chronic vertigo, so I always tip it anyway.
What I'm trying to do is walk out in the field of these. See if we can get them to.
Or we learn what to do.
45 minutes left on this floor, kids.
Over here.
Up.
Oh, you're triggering yours down.
Alright, let me bud. Be back. Get down the field of view of this one. But the idea behind these is somebody's fell on the ground. I want to set these up where they're running, and this is what you want. You want it to be dark like this. If I would do it, if I'm doing these, I'd do them with a camera and set them up. The idea behind these, I'm doing one for a television show, and we're going to do an entire corridor. We're going to do like 200 of these in a corridor in a grid pattern. Well, what I want to do is we're going to put cameras up on top, and we're looking at this particular area we go into. They say that this entity walks through this thing all the time. So what we want to do is see if something walks through, can we see it move unit to unit to unit to unit? You know, and really document something's actually happening.
Why are these different from the EMF notification things?
Well, they're not EMF. They're not EMF sensitive. These are just static ionization, so a little different place to play. And then they're kind of impervious to your equipment and things like that. Pretty much more approximately for a human body or something that changes that field. You know, and there's thousands of things you can do, but you just have to pick one and start.
Have you investigated, the Radisson in Scranton, Pennsylvania?
Trying to think, I've been to a couple locations in Pennsylvania, but no.
That one, apparently, if you're up in the stairwell, in one of the rooms back by the stairwell, you can hear an entire party down in the party room.
Kind of like what you're doing here.
Is that what this? Yeah, yeah, right now. Yeah.
People talk. And we're, oh, there we go.
There's one lit up right there.
And the darker the color, it starts in a dark blue and then goes.
There it goes again.
Goes again.
Which one is it?
Alright.
And not there. Can you light it up again for us?
Is somebody playing with that one? You wanna play with it again, please?
Well, that's kind of what I'm hoping you guys will do is try some experiments with you guys here next 2 days.
Indian burial ground underneath us.
I don't know. You know,
Different information.
don't take this wrong, but I've gone to so many places where there are Indian burial grounds and anything they bury Indians everywhere. But it could well be. I mean, but
So there's no history on it, just
I
hearsay.
don't know. You know what? I'm the absolute wrong person to ask. How do I say it?
There one again.
I don't say it. I usually don't. Still going off, but we're not getting any,
Yeah, that one went off again.
but none of the others.
Nope.
Can you try another one?
That one go? Can you try mine?
Just lit up again.
That's interesting. I don't know if you see it, the device Paul's got in his hand is the Nautilus. And he's running my little thermal sensor on it.
Turn green.
And then, but did you see it flash
It turned
red for a
Yeah.
second? And red indicates temperature over 80 degrees and at a distance, so it's usually got to be humid in the room.
It flashed again.
Do you want to try lighting the other lights?
No, I don't like it. I don't
No,
like
I don't want to stay with this light.
Should I switch those two locations? Swap them?
Well, let's just let it sit for a little bit. Yeah, the thing, like I say, I think the TV shows, though they're wonderful, in a lot of ways are so destructive to paranormal investigation. Because, like, I get people, I'm not kidding you, I had a lady write me a few months ago, and she was just livid. She had hopeless. She just bought it, and she used it on an investigation for 2 minutes, and it didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God it didn't go to 3 minutes, you know? And, I mean, I've spent thousands of hours playing around and nothing happens. And that's the, unfortunately, if we made a
Can
show
you
about
flash 3
paranormal
times?
that was real, nobody'd
Just
watch.
flashed.
It's only on the air for
What was what Trey
5 or 6 episodes tops.
One?
I
Yeah.
got 4 girls who just didn't, I said, you realize it takes hours to get that show? You know, go here and that all happens.
No, but they edit it and makes it look like that, you know?
Right, but other Queen Mary was.
And they always had the right kind of music. Hey, it flashed 3 times when you asked it to.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
They were
saw
roughly
that.
the same. They were roughly the same time apart.
Yeah.
And it turned red because they
Yeah.
numbered.
It might be.
Can you flash red?
Nope.
No.
No, but it responded.
Why do you like
Can you flash the one closest to me?
No.
Can you flash the one furthest from me?
Where would that be?
I think he just likes to stay there.
What should I do for
Um,
yes, one for
Or it could just be something
Or it could just be
triggering
something.
that.
Yeah,
maybe it's outside
that's
the
what I was
window.
gonna say, as far as that one goes on.
I wonder if the wire for this fire alarm goes straight down.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't trigger, it'd have to be radiating something else. It'd have to have
Okay.
enough power to be creating like some type of ionized field or something, or static field, but like I say, the problem with EMF and any of this, it's not static. It's constantly changing, it's
Was there
grossly
air
dynamic.
conditioning coming out of these rooms that
I
had
was-
the temperature change from under the door?
There's
I
no.
suppose it's possible.
Well, our room is nice and cool, that's what it should be with their.
Oh,
Do you want to really mess with us and just light all these up? That would be funny. No, this is one.
All right. Nothing happening back there?
Just that one lights up.
Is there a particular ghost on this floor that does things?
You know, I was talking to one of the people that work here, and they were saying the room, and they stay in there all the time, so it's really haunted.
What room is that?
In number 4. And-
Yeah, she told me there was no bathroom door, and I said, at this point, I wasn't planning on closing it anyway.
No, there's in mine.
Does this, have you noticed it's working better at different decibel levels in the quarters?
No, it's more of a proximity than it is
Okay.
recording sensitivity itself. So, but when you're up on the, I don't know where you guys, do you guys know where you're going next? Are you going up or are you going down?
Basement.
You're going to the basement,
Down.
okay. After you do the basement, then you go to the 3rd floor. When you're up there with Susan and Allie, they have the psychomanthium and the lights I made for that setup. And what you'll notice where the lights are sitting on, that's the little grid unit I've got for it. And that's what I use. It's a calibrated grid, so I can take a picture of it, and it's marked in, it's etched in with a laser. So anywhere I move it, I know in increments of 1/8 of an inch how far I've moved the device. So by taking a picture, I can recreate every time I've done something every way I've done it.
Someone's using it.
What's that?
Someone left there. Someone left
Oh, you
there.
got it? It was standing up against the wall?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's the close one.
Oh, that's- yeah.